movie that is coming out before and this week, and we just mentioned it, is Backrooms. So I want to move into our first topic here. And we're going to have a little bit of Backrooms discussion, but the first thing I want to lead with is Backrooms reviews. The reviews dropped yesterday. Of course, obviously everyone knows we weren't on yesterday, and some have dropped today. 87% certified fresh. So I wanted to get into some of these Rotten Tomato reviews here, Rob, with you. And then we can talk about our excitement for this movie coming up, because I know we're excited for Master of the Universe, but Backrooms is upon us here. So Randy Myers starts out 3.5 out of 4. I never see it out of 4. Backrooms keeps you off balance, but one thing is clear: Kane Parsons is enormously talented, and a voice we'll be hearing from in the years to come. Of course, this is like his first time. Incredible. I can't believe he took on a feature film for the first time, and it's like very little experience outside, I think, of his own. He's very young. It's really exciting. Maitland McDonough says the best sequences lean into disorientation, endless corridors, impossible geometry, VHS textures, muffled industrial hums, and the feeling that reality is malfunctioning. The filmmaker imbued the proceedings more with surreal dread than jump scares, which you can kind of get from the trailers. Marcelo says a 3 out of 5. The series' original approach adapts here to the feature film format with confidence and assurance in its own chilling power. We've got, I'm probably mispronouncing your name here, so I apologize, but Prabhjot Bain says an abstract feast of sonic visual design that poignantly reckons with our collective alienation amid such wasteful, unchecked modernization and industrialization. He really went into this, when it isn't hampered by an occasional propensity for safer traditional scares. And then Jeff Nelson, these are overwhelmingly all positive so far. Backrooms won't be remembered for its characters, but it will be for its jaw-clenching tension that strips the genre back to our innate fear of inexplicable. Let's move down a little. I want to see if there's any. Okay, here, Steven Silver didn't like it so much. One of those horror movies that succeeds at world building and at being creepy, even though it doesn't quite succeed at being a good movie overall. So he wasn't too thrilled with that. Jason Adams, the film's final shot lands with a shockwave of uncanniness. Another one, 2.5 out of 5 from David Crow, wasn't so great. It is so determined to preserve and recreate the lore of its source material, of course from YouTube, or online sources, that the narrative and characters become secondary and ultimately obligatory. So someone else said we're going to remember the set design and everything more so than the characters, and this was a fatal flaw for him. Lindsay Traves, I'd trade all the plotting and world building for a couple more hours of watching someone walking through very oddly placed doors. And let's do one more. Caitlin says, fittingly, Backrooms is difficult to place and by its very nature exists at opposite sides of the scale.
Guys, we want to take a second and thank a sponsor of today's video, Hims. You know, one of the hardest things about trying to lose weight is just figuring out what actually works. Because we've seen them all. There are a million trends, diets, and gimmicks out there, and honestly, it can get overwhelming. And that's why Weight Loss by Hims really stands out. Hims now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications, including the Wegovy pill at its lowest price ever, and the Wegovy pen. With Wegovy at Hims, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise. It helps you regulate your appetite and eat less, so success is within reach. Plus, Wegovy is the first ever and only GLP-1 available in a pill for weight loss, so there are no needles needed. And the process is extremely convenient. Everything happens online. You connect with a licensed provider who determines if treatment is right for you, and if prescribed, your medication gets delivered right to your door. No insurance necessary. Ready to reach your goals? Visit hims.com/Campea to get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you. That's HIMS.com/Campea. hims.com/Campea. Based on advertised cash price for 30-day supply of medication only. Membership required, fee not included, and billed separately. Weight Loss by Hims is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk A.S. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit hims.com.
Rob, what do you think about these?
Well, I mean, look, the source material is the source material. It's liminal space. The whole thing was derived from one still photo, one
Mhm.
creepy still photo, and it evolved from there. I mean, I love to see where it's come, and I love to see that A24 um, bankrolled this, and I love to see Mark Duplass come out and defend Kane it's Kane, right? Kane Parsons for directing
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
And I'll tell you what I watched yesterday that I would encourage everybody to watch, because I was wondering about this from a producerial capacity, is how can you take sort of a crowd funded idea, or open source, not crowdfunded, but an open source idea like this, and how was A24 able to secure the rights to even make the movie when all kinds of people have contributed to the mythology? And there's a video I watched on Keter Labs. I'd never seen anything from Keter Labs on YouTube,
Mhm.
and it's a video called "The Weird Legal Reality of A24's Backrooms Movie." And it's so funny that I was thinking about, I had not articulated this to anybody. I had not said anything about my desire to delve deeper into the idea of the legality behind this movie. And suddenly the YouTube video just popped up on my feed. And I'm like, that's kind of Backrooms. And what's it called when you go out of reality? Is it no clipped, or what is the video game terminology when you
Oh, I forget.
yeah, I don't, is it no clip? It's
No
something
clipping or
no
all right.
yeah, like you go out, and that's what happens in Backrooms. You no clip through a door or something. And I no clipped into this YouTube video. But I'm excited to see this movie. I mean, unlike some people, I love to see, you know, Curry, who made Obsession. The more I see him interviewed, and the more that I see him, I mean, he's the real deal.
Yeah.
It's you can see that he's a really intelligent guy, and I love to see this new wave of, the Philippou brothers who made Talk to Me and Don't Bring Her Back. I like seeing this new wave of filmmakers that cut their teeth using YouTube and TikTok, and because you're actually making stuff, and that's, it's like the equivalent of directing music videos in the 90s, I guess. And to see the success that these new directors are getting is great. I think it's fantastic, and to see them backed by other filmmakers and backed by studios, and then they have Markiplier with Iron Lung. Even though I didn't like Iron Lung very much, I did very much appreciate he bankrolled his own stuff, and he had a huge monster hit with Iron Lung. And I was there opening day and saw all the people that knew him and were his supporters and had followed him for years show up.
Yeah.
Filmmakers can only hope for that kind of support, and I love this new wave. I've talked to a lot of people that I don't know are not as happy about it as me, but I don't see it as competition. I've never seen anything as competition, really. If people are making good work, it just makes the landscape
Right.
that much more diverse with storytelling. So I'm really excited to see this. I like the idea of liminal horror. It's pushed me to make a liminal horror vertical. I'm gonna go make a liminal horror vertical.
Yeah, you told
You
me
know,
about that.
60 to 90 seconds.
Mhm.
We've got it beaten out. It's probably going to be 80 episodes. And
Awesome.
I've got my cast, and I know I'm going to shoot it.
Good.
So I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, and to your point, we hear so often now from like the top tier film creators. They say, guys, if you want to become a director, or you want to take on acting and this and that, get a camera, film your friends. Okay, we've heard that. It's kind of become like, okay, yeah, great. And then go write down 3 sentences, and then that's your 3 acts of a really short story. Go film that. Show it to your friends. Ask them what they liked about it, what they didn't like about it. Learn from that. Yeah. Redo it. Great. You still can't submit unsolicited scripts. You're still not. The point is that these people are now getting noticed, because you can put it on something like YouTube and other presentations online to get it seen once you're happy with it. And if you're good, then you can have an entry point into Hollywood. And I say like Hollywood, but film, like legitimate filmmaking, where you can sell tickets in a theater, and make actual like big money with it. And
some friends of mine are making verticals and they have their own production company. Whether you like verticals or not, it's sort of a new form, and I think there's a lot of room to move. But there's going to be like a YouTube for verticals that's coming out. I forget the name of it. I have to ask again. But, making verticals is a way that you can cut your narrative teeth, and all you need is cameras. You don't need as much equipment. You do need some skill, and you do need some creativity, but there's going to be more chances than ever before to make films, and combined with AI technology. I think that what's going to happen is there's going to be a combination of live action, real time, shooting actors and things, and combine that with AI, and really, you'll be able to do a lot of interesting things. So I'm looking forward to seeing what people come up with. And it's an exciting time. I mean, when everyone's naysaying about everything, I'm like, no. You're now watching a wave of people. I've always often wondered, we have the technology to do anything now, and yet people aren't availing themselves of it because it is still hard to do. But people are jumping in, and when you have young guys in there at 20 or 26, that's planting a flag for a whole new generation of filmmakers to follow behind, and I'm excited. Can't wait to see what they come up with.
I hesitate to qualify this as like the new Hollywood or whatever. In many ways it is, but I can only imagine the establishment in the late 60s, early 70s were not for all this new cinema that was coming out. And who are they to like be running these studios and suddenly having their say in these studios? And look at all the movies that we came up with in that era,
Yeah, well, even before that, the critics who wrote for the French film magazine Cahiers du Cinéma, you had Truffaut, you had Godard, you had André Bazin, who defined cinema, but Truffaut and Godard came out and started making movies and changed the landscape with the French New Wave, and there was following on Italian neorealism. There's a lot of really exciting stuff happening, and to see people that talk about movies become movie makers, is really exciting.
I mean, we kind of beaten this topic, and we'll move on. But what I would like to see though is now a move. We're always going to have this like churning of horror now. I want to see people doing like some real drama in this manner as well.
Yeah, I would too.
Because it doesn't have to just be genre based.
No, I watched a terrific film I'd been reading about for a long time called Twinless. I watched it the other night, and it was a fantastic film. It was only the director's, I think it's James Swallow. Is that his name? He also starred in it. Fantastic film. I had no idea where it was going. I just knew the name of it. I bought the Blu-ray, and I loved it. It was not the movie I expected.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of great new voices out there, and I'm there for it.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, what do you think about these reviews for I keep saying Backrooms. Are you going to see it? I got my ticket for tomorrow. Are you excited for it? Let us know as you do see it, and the days go on in our live chat, of course, and in comments down below. Of course, no spoilers, but just let us know the things you appreciated, didn't appreciate, what have you.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.